Today, I am 7 weeks pregnant. Hi everyone, I'm Noelle, and today is my 7-week pregnancy update. I am 7 weeks as of today, Thursday, January 29th, and the baby is the size of a blueberry, which is super cute and adorable. Tiny, but cute. My due date, I did some rethinking today. I looked over my chart, and I had originally had a window of cycle day 22 to 24 that I thought I ovulated, but I really was looking at it, and I think that I very likely ovulated on cycle day 23, possibly 24, but I'm saying 23 because it's right in the middle. So with that, it gives me the due date of September 17th. So I am sticking with that as my due date. We will see what the doctor actually says, but they really can't go off of my last period because I ovulated so late that it would just be crazy. I mean, they're talking a 13, 14 day difference from their average, so that really makes no sense. My next doctor's appointment is on February 9th, and I'm super excited to meet the OBs in the group I'm going to, and be my first time there, so I'm really nervous, but I'm also really excited about getting going into the pregnancy. You know, once you hit that mark, I'll be about midway through my 9th week when I go, and you know, I'm really looking forward to, I'm only 7 weeks, and I'm looking forward to hitting 8, 9, 10 weeks and getting out of the first trimester. Oh my gosh. Which leads me to symptoms. Yeah. Mostly the same as week 6. I've had really vivid dreams. I've been very tired. Still breaking out everywhere. I have a heightened sense of smell, but not really strong. I've noticed, like, some women, like, they can smell anything. And I've always had kind of allergies and issues smelling, so maybe I'm just blessed with not a super strong nose. I can smell things strongly, but not super strong. That could change, of course. I did have a really bad headache last week, and I ended up actually having to take Tylenol for that because it was just so bad, and I couldn't eat and I couldn't keep things down, and it was just, or I couldn't get anything down actually with that headache, and it was just too much. So I didn't really want to have to do that, but I had no choice. And then, of course, the morning sickness. Oh, the morning sickness. I have just been so sick. And I know, in all things considered, I'm not actually that sick, and my morning sickness isn't actually that bad, but it's draining. Any bit of sickness, I'm like, you hear about it and you hear people's stories and you're like, oh yeah, that's too bad, but you don't really understand until you go through it. You really don't understand how draining it is on your body to feel like you have the flu for like months and months on end. Yeah. And it's really, I'm just emotionally, I'm worn out, I am drained, I have no energy, I'm just miserable. Yeah, emotionally I've been a wreck. You know, I'm happy to be pregnant, I'm excited to be pregnant, but man, I can't wait for the second trimester. And everybody tells you, oh, it'll get better, it'll get better. And I'm going to tell you right now, hearing that does not help, because I've only had this for 1 week, well, a little more than about a week and a half now. And I can't imagine dealing with this for the next 5, 6 weeks to months, possibly through the whole pregnancy. So yeah, I just feel disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Because of the morning sickness, I have lost 2 more pounds this week, so that's a total of 3.5 pounds since week 4. It's awful. I wake up in the morning and I have to get up at 4 a.m. to make my husband lunch, and unfortunately I have to kind of just get out of bed and go do that. And I've been sniffing my peppermint oil, which helps some, but this morning actually when I got up, I couldn't. I was just so nauseous, I ended up throwing up in the sink. Actually, more like dry heaving, because I had nothing in my stomach except some sour bile, but ugh, it was just not pleasant. And I felt a little better after that, but every time I wake up in the morning, I just feel so sick. And then I go straight back to bed after that, and then I usually feel a little bit better. When I wake up in the morning, I eat some crackers before I get out of bed, and then I go get some Cheerios and ginger ale, and I go back to bed and I eat those, and then usually I'll take it very leisurely. It takes me several hours to get out of bed, but I usually feel a little bit better. Not all mornings, but most of the time I feel okay. And then it's just a process of keeping food and liquid into me, feeling on and off waves of nausea, lying down, getting up and doing something, lying down, getting up and doing something. And then usually if I can get some good food in me for lunch, I usually feel better around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and I can finally get off the couch or get out of bed and do stuff with my day. And I still feel a little bit nauseous throughout the afternoon and evening, but I typically feel well enough to make a simple dinner and get some dishes done, get some chores done, and then go to bed. And then I'm nauseous all night, and it starts all over again the next day. So, yeah, it's just, I just hate it. It's the worst thing. I've had stomach problems all my life, and so I'm used to like stomach problems, but I'm not used to the constant nausea and the queasiness and the just, I can't eat. Food still sounds disgusting. I don't have any specific aversions, just like nothing spicy, nothing greasy. Ugh. Oh, it just makes me sick even thinking about it. I have had cravings for chicken though. I want chicken. I just want chicken. I want Wingstop chicken. I want orange chicken. I want chicken tacos. And it makes total sense because I need protein, and chicken is the one kind of source of protein that I actually really like. So that makes sense. But other than that, oh, the waves of nausea are just really getting to me. I'm just drinking ginger ale all day, eating bland foods, and, you know, eating my Preggy Pops, whatever I can do to just get through it. Essential oils that I've used this week, on that day that I had that really bad headache, I did try grapefruit and peppermint essential oil. However, they didn't take away the headache. They just kind of took a little bit of the dull pain off, and I still had to end up taking Tylenol that day. Because I had just let it get too far, and I wasn't eating and I wasn't hydrated, and it was crazy out of control. The only other one I've really been using is peppermint for nausea, just kind of holding the bottle and smelling. I get really bad car sickness right now, so I'm just in the car going, just have my little bottle and I'm just sniffing it and sucking on a Preggy Pop and hoping that I can keep my food down. So much fun. Yeah. No specific preparations for maybe this week. I've spent all week in bed. I've barely been able to get up to go grocery shopping or get anything done. The house has been a mess. My husband's been so sweet in trying to help out, and we're just trying to make it through the day, basically. Baby buys this week. First of all, last week I went out and I got some C-bands. These are acupressure, motion sickness, morning sickness, nausea, help you put them right on these little pressure points on your wrists. And I have been wearing these all day, every day. And I have been taking them off at night, and usually, you know, just yesterday I was like, well, I don't really know if they're working or not. But I think that they are, because usually when I get up at 4 a.m. to make my husband's lunch, I usually put these on because I don't have time to eat the crackers and everything. And this morning I didn't. And this morning I threw up. So I think that they are helping. They don't necessarily keep all the nausea away, but I think that they are helping to take the edge off the nausea, since this was the only time that I threw up, I wasn't wearing them. So I'm gonna keep wearing them because why not? I also went out and got some Yogi ginger tea. I used to drink that in high school and college when I had tummy troubles, and it's very hot tea, but like I said, I'm used to it, and I don't particularly love the flavor of ginger, but it does definitely help my tummy. And I had gotten last week the Earth Mama Angel Baby mint ginger tea. I forgot how much I hate regular mint tea. ugh, that stuff is disgusting. But the regular ginger tea I can get down, so I've really been enjoying that this week. And then baby buys, I wouldn't have any, but I had to make an Amazon order for some more spray bottles, and to get the free shipping you have to, you know, make a $35 order. So I was looking for something that would fill in, and I just picked these up off my wish list. These are the Havea all natural rubber. This is the Panda Teether. Here's what it looks like. And also their natural rubber pacifier for 0 to 3 months, the moon and star design. And I mentioned before in like my non-toxic toy video that just went out this week, I'm really not into the plastics. I really don't trust BPA free things because of the other substitutes that are in them that could actually be worse than BPA. And there is some debate about how good natural rubber is, but I still believe that it's probably better than the plastic stuff. So I'm really excited about this teether. I've heard good things about this one. As to pacifiers, I want to have 1 or 2 on hand. I'm not going to go crazy with them. If my kid doesn't want them, that's totally fine. If they do, I'm okay with that too. You know, I know all the pros and cons and whatnot, but I just wanted to have this one on hand just in case, because I do not want to give them one of the plastic ones at all. So those are my only baby buys this week. So that is all for week 7. I hope that next week is slightly better, though I don't really count on it. It's kind of like every single day, it just gets worse and worse, so much fun. But yeah, life goes on, right? Life goes on. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Of other chemicals that are often found in plastics, BPA is one of them.